sick building syndrome, whereby you have poor indoor air quality, you have poor ventilation, you have poor lighting, actually sometimes non-existent. So apart from the concept, the beauty and the safety of the structure, there are the factors that architects and urban planners consider when designing such type of buildings. So to help you understand better, I want to illustrate these concepts for you, and then you can be the judge, or I'll be the judge. Let me be the judge, whether this house actually works or fails. So let's look at these things. Imagine this is the plot that you're talking about. So what is in red is that plot that you're talking about, and what's in purple or pink is the neighboring buildings, the immediate neighboring buildings. So this is what the person has built. Now the developer alijenga ground plus 3 floors, but the mistake I think they did was they placed the windows on their property line, walieka dirisha kwa beacon, and then akajenga nyumba yake on top, which very nice, works very nice. You've maximized the amount of space that you can let out, which is, yeah, that works for you in the short term. But now I want you to imagine that eventually your neighbors are going to build. And if you look at the zoning guidelines in Zimmerman, the zoning guidelines provide that you can build up to 12 floors. So one of your neighbors is eventually going to build, and then the other is going to build. And then I think you can see the problem. Your windows now are blocked out, in terms of now you don't have natural ventilation, proper natural ventilation, and you don't have proper natural lighting. Of course, this is an issue that you could have predicted or foreseen. So what usually happens is people usually leave a void in the middle of the building to allow light into the building. But now, as a landlord, you've built your house on top of that void. So eventually you end up a building sandwiched by other buildings. And now this brings a rise to something that we call a sick building syndrome, whereby you have poor indoor air quality, you have poor ventilation, you have poor lighting, actually sometimes non-existent. And if that is your building, then that means eventually no one wants to live in that house. So you need to lower your rent. And then now you just end up having a slum, a vertical slum. All right.